you're learning English, maybe getting ready for studying abroad or even just planning a trip, you definitely run into these tricky fixed expressions. You might absolutely nail the grammar, but well, if you don't get these phrases down, you kind of miss the natural flow, don't you?
That's so true. And today, our mission really is to, cut through some of that confusion. We're looking at the two big ones, phrasal verbs and idioms. Honestly, they're your shortcut to sounding more natural. And once you get the basic difference, things really click.
Right, okay. Let's unpack this then, starting with phrasal verbs. Structurally, they seem pretty straightforward. Just a verb plus a particle. That particle is what, a preposition or an adverb?
Exactly. A preposition or an adverb. But the tricky part, or maybe the interesting part, is how the meaning can shift. Sometimes it's literal, sometimes it's totally different.
Ah, okay.
But even when the meaning changes, that little particle often keeps some hint of its original direction or idea. It's quite clever, actually.
Gotcha. So give us an example, maybe something travel related.
Sure. Think about, I had to look into visa requirements. Right. Look into. That into still gives you that sense of digging deeper, investigating something, or maybe managing your money while traveling. You need to figure out how to get by. That means, manage or survive financially. By suggests sort of just scraping past or managing alongside.
Okay, I see that directional hint you mentioned.
Yeah.
So how are idioms different? This is where it gets more confusing for learners, I think.
Right. Well, here's the main contrast.
Yeah.
If phrasal verbs sometimes keep a hint of the literal, idioms are, well, they're always figurative. Always. You just can't guess the meaning from the individual words. It's impossible.
So they're like little self-contained stories or cultural references.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. Little cultural stories, you can't break them down. You just have to learn the whole chunk as one thing. Think about phrases you might use when talking about studying abroad, like living in a new country really broadens your horizons.
Ah, okay. Expands your perspective.
Yep. It uses that image of the horizon, looking further. Or if you get accepted into a program, you might say, I was on cloud 9.
Meaning extremely happy. Totally figurative.
Totally. Or deciding to actually go study abroad. Someone might say he decided to take the plunge.
Make a big, bold decision.
Right. And there's no actual plunging involved.
Okay, so let me try to summarize this for everyone listening. Phrasal verbs. Verb plus particle. Sometimes guessable if the particle gives a clue, like check-in at a hotel often means register.
Right.
Idioms, fixed phrases, almost never guessable from the words themselves.
Yeah.
Always figurative, like being on cloud 9 or taking the plunge. You just have to know them.
You've got it. That's the core difference. Phrasal verbs can be literal or figurative. Idioms are always figurative.
Perfect. Now, theory is great, but let's make this practical. How about some super useful phrasal verbs you absolutely need when you're traveling?
Okay, let's do it. Airport and hotel stuff. Guaranteed you'll face this.
Hit us with them. Departures first.
All right. So you might drop off a friend at the airport. That just means taking them there and leaving them.
Okay. Drop off. Got it.
Then maybe you head off on your own trip. That's like setting out, leaving.
Head off. Makes sense.
And the big one for planes, take off. When the plane actually leaves the ground. I remember the first time I flew alone, I genuinely wondered if take off meant taking something off, like luggage.
Huh. Yeah, I can see that. Totally understandable confusion. Okay, so that's leaving. What about arriving and staying somewhere?
Right, arrivals. So hopefully someone will pick you up, collect you from the airport.
Pick up. Essential.
You'll definitely need to clear customs. That's usually just the phrase they use. And then when your trip is over, leaving the hotel, you check out.
Check out. Pay the bill. Get back the key. Leave. Simple enough.
But wait.
Yo. There's more.
There's a nuance with checkout. Because yes, formally you check out of the hotel, pay and leave. But what you say maybe an hour after you check in, you might say to your friend, hey, let's go check out that market down the street.
Ah. Right, so the exact same phrasal verb, check out, can mean leave the hotel formally, or it can mean go explore something interesting.
Exactly. One is formal departure, the other is casual exploration. Context is everything.
That's a brilliant example of how subtle English can be. Okay, let's wrap this deep dive up. Key takeaways.
Okay, key things to remember. Phrasal verbs are your verb plus particle combos. They can be literal or are figurative, sometimes guessable. Idioms are those fixed expressions, always figurative, often linked to, like we said, cultural stories. You just have to learn them.
And both are absolutely essential for sounding natural, right?
Absolutely. You can't really get that fluent, expressive sound without them.
All right, so here's a final thought for you to consider. Learning these idioms and phrasal verbs isn't just about memorizing vocabulary lists. It's really about unlocking a deeper layer of cultural understanding, especially when you're in a new place. So think about it. Which of these phrases we talked about today, or maybe one you've been avoiding, will you take the plunge and actually start using?